grinding up the grains for batch 133 today, and started a little late. We're calling this one, it's an IPA. We're calling it Agitated IPA. Simply for the fact we woke up this morning and found out somebody broke into our truck. And they rifled through the glove boxes. They stole nothing, got nothing. But it was a sweet reckoning to find out like 8 hours later that the police had captured the guy that did it. He was breaking into cars all night and they caught him. So it was really nice. But he got nothing from us. So we're just going to call this one Agitated IPA. Why wouldn't I? Batch 133. The Aggravated IPA. We have 13 ounces of homegrown Cascade hops from the 2022 season, which would be last year. We're just going to, they were frozen. So we have 13 ounces. We're going to pre-warm them right in the strike water here, just so we don't take the mash temperature too low, because all these are going to go right into the mash. And there'll be a flavoring type hop. There'll be no bittering because of the way they go into the mash. So we'll just let them warm up here a little bit if the bag don't explode. Look at that. The wife came up with that idea. I said, how am I going to warm up these hops so they don't take the mash temperature too low? You just stick them into the strike water because it's a temperature absorbing bag. It can't hurt nothing. And they are. They're starting to thaw out nice. So we'll wait a couple minutes and we'll be taking the strike water into the mash tun. Why wouldn't I? Okay, I'm doughing in with the Aggravated IPA. We're going to get the mash temperature here set up again and get my hops in here. We're going with 32 ounces right into the mash. That's a lot. I usually don't goof around here. We dump it in. I never end up with dough balls. I do a single infusion, simple beer making here. That's the best way to go. Some people say, oh, you can't do that. You got to do decoctions and do this and do that. You don't have to do none of that. Just avoid getting dough balls, which, like I say, I very seldom do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here and I'm going to put my hops in, because these are going to cool the mash. I know they're going to cool the mash a little. So we'll do it live. I'm getting soaking wet here. Oh. So I think each pack is like 3 ounces, if I'm not mistaken. Here and here. 2022 season. Oh, they smell absolutely delicious. So they may not all come out. Oh, there goes my gauge. Nothing like breaking what I need. Yeah, these are in 3 ounce increments someplace in there. For a total of 30 some ounces, we just said. 32 ounces? I forget what I said. Kind of a long dough in when you do this, but oh, I'm getting soaked. Oh, I got soaked. Whew, did I get soaked? Yeah, I said 30. I'm sorry, 13 ounces. 13 ounces. And like I say, I am really making a mess here. We'll continue to cut these open and dump them in here, even with no help, which I always enjoy when my wife helps me, but this is a messy mess one here. We're doughing in here with the aggravated IPA, and we put 13 ounces, if I haven't said it before, of homegrown hops in here. And we just want to get the rest of our strike water in here and get a temperature on it, because it's one of these long brew days. A long brew day. The agitated IPA that we're brewing, we got the hops all laid out here. Simcoe, Centennial, Mosaic, and Willamette. And we put 13 ounces of the Cascade right into the mash. And we'll be using this ale yeast today. Verdant IPA it's called, I guess, if I'm saying that correctly. It's from Australia. So we'll see how this brew goes. It's coming along pretty good so far. You got the sheet made up here of all the ingredients. And we're going to go take a break while we're mashing. Let the mash do its thing for the next hour. And that's what's coming out, 138, 154, 153, 154. So we got a good mash coming in. And here comes the sweet wort coming out now with the agitated beer brew, the IPA. We explained earlier why it was a little agitated, but it's coming along nice. Might be a little darker than I wanted, but that happens. So we're going to get the refractometer meter on there, just to see what she's coming out as. As she's coming out, why wouldn't I? Let's get a rough idea. That's 1086. That's kind of high. She'll thin out as we get going here. We'll get a final reading once everything's in a kettle. All right, we just hit the hot break on batch 133. The IPA we call agitated IPA. 1 ounce of Simcoe hops go in, and the next edition will be in 10 minutes. Surrey, set a timer for 10 minutes. Surrey, set a timer for 10 minutes. Surrey. Well, you dumb bitch. All right, our timer's going off here in 5 seconds. Here's our 10. We're in the boil 10 minutes. Here's our next edition of hops is 1 ounce of Centennial in the 10-minute mark. And 10 minutes from now, she'll get an ounce of Mosaic. 20 minutes in, 1 ounce of Mosaic. They're in, and this brew is coming along good. Why wouldn't it? Batch 133. 30 minutes are up, addition. And the next addition is 1 ounce of Simcoe. And they're in. And 10 more minutes, we'll have another addition. Why wouldn't we? The agitated IPA is coming along nicely. On the agitated IPA, the 40-minute addition is another ½ ounce of Mosaic. It says so right on the cup. Mosaic, ½ ounce. They're in. Last 15 minutes, ½ an ounce of Centennial. Right in. Heaping spoonful or a little bit more of Irish moss. Last 15 minutes, she gets some yeast energizer. One, two. It should take another ½ spoonful, but I'm not going to use that much this time. So 15 minutes to flame out. Then we're going to do a flame out addition. of Centennial and Willamette hops. 1 hour is up. Flame out. Okay, we're chilling. Ounce of Centennial at flame, or 190 or 180 it is right now. Went a little lower than expected, and I'll wait another few minutes till the temperature drops down. Again, a little whirlpool. I'm moving the work chiller around. Whew. And it's almost there, and it's there. A half ounce of Willamette. They're in. You put the cover on. And we're chilling, and the agitated brew, the agitated IPA is coming to an end. Thank God. The yeast is in. The agitated IPA brew day is complete. That's one hot fire for 2 steaks. Got a nice flame going there. So, gonna be tasty, tasty, tasty. Why wouldn't it be?